Hey guys, Mecha-san here, and it's time for a death battle! And what is it? It's like the third ever live-action death battle? Because, yeah, it was the death battle between Winter Soldier and... Nightwing? What's it, No, Winter Soldier and Red Hood. Then we had Daredevil and Nightwing. And now we have this one here. This one only one superhero, well, comic superhero, and the other from a well-known TV show. Blade from Marvel, and Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Which I did not see. I never saw Buffy the Vampire Slayer or anything. At the time, it was like kind of, I don't know, live action shows, if it's done on Cartoon Network or stuff like that, I think, or those just animation, cartoons, I don't know. Or in that, I didn't watch it here, but I've heard about good things about Buffy. Especially the common, it's pretty much the common one people bring up when they say like how first season's always rocky, but then they pick up. Yeah. So I don't know. The only thing about Buffy I saw was I think I saw a fun episode where Buffy dies, her tombstone read Buffy Anna Summer saves the world a lot. That's it.
Blade versus Buffy.
The Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. They're known by many names.
Lucard.
Revenant, Vortala, Nosferatu.
Yep.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk the night
is one of their own.
Who can walk the day.
Blade. Is that really his costume?
Hang on.
Now
there we go. That's the Blade.
His taxes. One of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Yeah.
Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm by himself.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Blade's birth was hardcore.
Apparently no.
Just as the
out of that, out of mind.
Brooks' mother was in
Daphne,
labor,
yeah.
her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire
Deacon
Frost.
Deacon
And
Frost,
he drank
wow.
her blood right before she gave birth.
This
Like
infused
I Am
Eric
Legend.
with Frost's vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire.
Oh.
A dampier.
Giving him a ton
damn
of
fear.
baby
Oh.
powers, but
Could have sworn
none
it's
of their
because his
weaknesses
mom
like garlic,
and
holy
his
water, or
dad
sunlight.
did it
Eric
with
would hone these
the vampire.
abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal Afari,
Huh.
sharpening him into a blade that would rape the vampire plague for good.
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He
Whoa,
can
what's
keep
that
up with
from?
Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts, and his Kevlar DuPont armor.
Oh, yeah, I remember
to
that
take
scene.
The top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding.
He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses. Also,
Okay.
his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies.
After studying
Damn,
the ways
okay.
of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies,
Hong Kong
Blade
Kung
became
Fu
a master
movie.
martial artist. Yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu.
While the only
Mortality
martial art
rate
he's
is
been
interesting.
stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered more.
All right.
So for
You
the
got a
full
favorite.
scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking
Yay.
at Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, Kickboxing,
Eskrima.
Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. And on
That-
Blade's
was that
neck for stealthy
from John
takedowns,
Candy?
and I guess you could call him Marvel's Batman.
Blade's training progressed smoothly until
Yeah.
Afari
Yeah,
was
why not?
attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously, Avengers,
Dracula
Dracula
is
Why
real.
aren't you doing anything about this?
Yeah.
He's right there.
Forced to murder
question.
his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage
Good
his
question.
war
Tell me
alone.
Marvel.
Nursing
Tell me
a
people
wound
Marvel
within
comic
him that would never heal.
crazy. What the
A
hell?
hole that could never be filled.
Not with that attitude. Blade
Body
took
armor,
a page out
compass
of the
bar,
Book of Boomstick and tried
Book of
filling that
Boomstick.
hole with every kind of weapon imaginable.
Breathing guns.
He's
Poison?
got so many. They're his apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katana.
Acid-edged titanium?
Steel, he's got
Adamantium.
A sword made out of adamantium.
There we go.
Specifically, secondary adamantium.
Secondary?
A variant of the metal that is mass-producible.
It might not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk.
Naturally, Blade has even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass, like a Hellfire shotgun that burns your soul, or hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kind of dumb to turn people into vampires, but it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession. The breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside.
So kind of like the cult from Supernatural.
Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took
the Cosmic Ghost Rider, damn.
His one-man war for almost
the Blade anime
years.
here. I never saw that one.
Hordes of vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blade's even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work
alone. Throwing him to sky.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know, vampires.
Yeah.
That and Blade is scared of
we're not gonna let that go.
Control because he does have one classic vampire weakness: a thirst for blood. Blah.
Even more so after he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a daughter. Rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps.
So, dude, in this era with blood bangs, people donating,
powerful. Capable of
there you go.
summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of
there you go.
with
Just
a wave of his
their
hand.
friends could provide you with some blood if they want to.
Since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampires, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly,
Chernobyl?
Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style.
Ant-Man, okay.
With you with the Ant-Man. Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself. However, when Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world. And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing,
that looks like Man Thing.
Beware, for should they indulge their unnatural urges, they'll be sure to meet their end at the tip of his blade.
Again, like blood banks here. Even in Underworld, the movie,
Today's
they did that.
Battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
There's no reason you have to.
It's awesome being right.
The only reason
when your
you
co-host
would
is always
pick
wrong.
which, this is the thing here. Some vampires enjoy to throw the hunt, to suck the blood, fresh blood out of the screaming host.
You're just boasting because Prize Picks makes it easy to play. All you gotta do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you can cash in.
And because of the premiere thing going on right now, I
so
can't
you can pick the same
skip
player
part.
up to 3 times in the same lineup. I'm picking more
they got
on
8.
Allen's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns. I guess I'm just a positive thinker like
Still,
that.
I love how Wiz was always like, vampires are real. How do you Avengers not know or realize it or even do anything about it? What's wrong with you Avengers? It's like, you're all carrying the stupid ball when it comes to this topic.
That's code death to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup.
I mean, wasn't that whole thing? I mean, right now, I think DC is going the whole undead thing where they're being taken away by vampires right now.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
Oh, nice.
She is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil.
Yeah, typical chosen one shit.
The next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is,
Chosen
until
one.
the newest Slayer would change everything.
Wow.
Buffy Ann Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the
Waitress,
savior of
counselor,
humanity.
law enforcement.
Buffy's only goals in
Fight.
life were, in her own words,
Death count,
graduate from high
at least
school,
2.
go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change
The
when
third
the
Mecha
Watcher
Council?
Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
Christian
Like,
Slater.
total bummer.
Merrick
Pineapple
trained Buffy in
pizza?
the arts of vampire slang, and she became
Another reason why I
so
probably don't
efficient
watch
that
it.
She burned down her school. Whoops.
Forcing
Eh,
her
it
and her
happens.
mom to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem.
I know, pretty good.
Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable.
Yeah,
Huh.
that sounds like the Valley, all right. Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow,
makes-
part-time bad boy, part-time sad
Oh,
boy Angel,
what the- you
magical retcon
boof?
sister Dawn, and Xander.
Oh, we don't like that.
Buffy and her
Yeah, I don't
Scooby gang
think.
would battle a never-ending series
that's
of
bad
monsters.
CGI right there.
And we mean truly never-ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and
books, yeah.
128 novels. Tens
Holy
of thousands
crap!
of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of
I read
anti-vampire
books, like my Italian
There's
books,
one in
but
stakes, of course, sometimes
Jeez.
dipped in Gorgon venom that can turn you to stone.
Oh,
She's
cool.
also experienced
Flamethrower,
with axes, swords,
hellfire launcher.
quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything.
You
The
said
laser
it.
rifle.
When she fought an ancient demon unable
Olaf's
to be killed
hammer?
by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master
Yep.
of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi,
Wushu.
kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy
That's-
apparently
well, that's
thinks
more than
Hong
you
Kong's
gave
kung
out
fu
for-
movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough
Was
to
that
dodge
that
close
Terminator-
range Gatling
Terminator
gun
vampire
fire,
demon?
lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air,
Whoa.
and smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of armor,
I
she can
can imagine
survive
that.
massive explosions, like the one that destroyed Cephrilion's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight
Ooh.
blindfolded, but if
course.
she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
No,
One
Michael
time,
Coke,
Angel
clairvoyance.
sucked out almost all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks.
So,
like when she expelled
that's-
this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being
Oh.
ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or
Okay.
that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons.
Yeah, she's gonna win,
She
isn't
was
she?
just fine.
She might not
She
show
was fine.
physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a huge burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated, forced
Yep.
to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis.
Oh, boy.
Sure, she had friends,
That's
but
not enough.
they couldn't
That-
understand
that
her
green?
unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That
Oh.
must be one of those
Wow,
metaphors.
Boof.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head,
Ooh,
dating
shit.
back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
But this includes the memories of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After
Glory?
leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
Glory
Buffy
hole.
sacrificed herself to save the universe,
Huh.
dying a hero's
That's
death.
the scene I saw.
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Yeah.
Finally freed of
But
her
saved the
unfair
world
earthly
a lot.
responsibilities, Buffy's soul
Yeah.
ascended to heaven in perfect bliss.
Wait for it.
Until her friends
There
brought
we
her
go.
back to life in the agony of existence. This absolutely crushed Buffy, and ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all
What was that
things
like
Spirit
here?
Halloween.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses,
Ach-
and destroyed the
oh,
Sword of
that was-
Sano, which caused the Great
the
Martian
lightning-
Earthquake.
And of course,
Yeah.
both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
All right, at
The
this point,
Queller
I'm
demon,
just gonna
which arrived as a
say
meteor fire and caused the Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of forest.
They even had the Tunguska explosion,
which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even faced off against the first evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself.
Forced
one of
into
those things,
against
There's so many of them.
Stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds.
Yeah, there's so many of those first anything predating things that
it's actually a
hard to.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
Containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and created to defeat ancient demons, the scythe can deflect magical projectiles and slice through just about anything. Ghosts, magic, even space itself, destabilizing
like, if that thing can transform, like open up the actual scythe.
Devourer of worlds, kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in her arsenal. In effect, attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the scythe, Buffy was finally whole. Being the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on. A sisterhood of Slayers.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth.
Damn.
Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say she's gonna win. You gotta win. Like,
hey,
what the hell?
It's Skeletober.
You mean October?
Skeletober.
It's the Skeletober Skelebration.
I don't get it.
Come on, don't you watch Death Battle Cast? And for the first time ever, we've got Skeletober merch on the Death Battle store.
Wait, isn't that just Skeletor?
Skeletober? Yeah, look at that head.
That's not...
Oh, I'm putting those stickers on everything.
Yeah.
Is that a pillow? They sell pillows now? Hell yeah.
You gotta get lawsuit.
You can find all that and more, including our limited death mats that are selling pretty quick, at www.deathbattle.gg. That's www.deathbattle.gg.
Whatever.
Happy Skeletober.
All right, let's see.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a live-action death battle!
I gotta want to see the costume. The costume, picture with Blade. Interesting with the, yeah. And kind of slushing there. Couldn't even make it. Oh, damn it, touched the mic. You know what? Yeah, she's been doing it for so long. Who knows? She's aged. I mean, how old was she in the series? It looks like in her 40s right now here. Someone hardened. And this is a big crowd too. You got a lot of people here. Here comes Blade.
They were kings long before they had a name for kings.
Wait, you were
now,
that
starved, hunted, forgotten.
Yeah, you see, let me call out bullshit on that here. You were here long before humanity.
Tonight,
then what did you feed on? You had to only feed on human blood, right?
Tonight, we take.
So how could you survive? You had to have come in after humanity.
Tonight, we feast.
Daywalker.
And she. That's just the start.
Nice movement. nice with the screech. And that guy just gonna keep playing. I like that. Nice effect. Oh, that's Terminator right there. Again, why would they be fighting at this point here? Ooh, right in the eyes. Oh, 2 for 1. That nice one. Ah. Oh. Nice. Good fight choreography too. Oh, leg. And I guess it's fate, huh? Interesting. Huh. So why are you guys fighting? Sorry, she's been bitten. Okay. Nice. Well, looks like basically a Luger. I'm sorry.
Wait!
She was turned. So, okay. Misunderstanding. I mean, will that even work on him?
He's just a kid!
Not anymore.
Okay, that's Blade's voice. I mean, you can't help it, but he sounds way too young. No, man, but I will say this. If they ever decide to make a Blade origin movie, get this guy. Damn, yeah, this is some damn good choreography.
You out your damn mind?
You're your damn mind? Oh, the movie, great. Yeah, this guy would be a good young Blade. I love this one where they're fighting. The camera work, choreography, and just the sets and everything. Okay, tempting. Little shaky cam here. Kind of wish you stay still. Stay still. Stop moving so much. Oh, ooh. Going in there. Oh, here we go. Calling the strength of the other ones. Surprising, isn't it?
Amateur hour. There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Oh, some motherfucker trying to skate uphill. Oh, the glasses? They're probably gonna be the glasses. Whoa. Oh! Well, let's find the target. I think dead or gonna be revived. It's gonna get put up together. Still got the other sword. Oh. You know, these day and age, this would be considered abuse to women.
Another sword.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
Cut through adamantium, the adamantium blade. Nice. Oh, she shared her power, so cause that means she's a little technically not as strong. Her power is split, divided. Oh, we go. The glowing. Well, let's cut through, math through that adamantium. Oh! Yep. Starblade, but looks like I won. They censored that. They get that unfocused and now because they're censored. Nice. And the prize, the shades.
It's like you got ahead of yourself.
Now that, the pun.
To be Blade tenued
To
no
be
longer.
Blade tenued no longer.
I'm surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics.
Holy
than
crap!
Really? Man, Blade
Wow.
can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories. First up,
Yeah, I'm
stats.
kind of disappointed.
Buffy's lifted much
But
heavier
I
things
won.
and survived more significant explosions.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
I don't
Scaling to the
know, he
monsters they
could.
fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles, a city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker
Oh,
than
yeah.
Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London.
Yep.
They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and
Yeah, I'm
magic
surprised they
swords
never
are
got the
generally
whole
gonna beat out
sucking blood
crossbows
kind of
and
thing.
morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses
Yep.
kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility.
But when it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded.
Both of them were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century, way
Yep.
longer than Buffy's even been alive.
While Blade
But-
may have more personal experience,
She's-
Buffy's ability
yeah.
to draw on Slayer battles dating back
Exactly.
to the Stone Age,
That's
at
a lot.
least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill. Even then, they both had weapons and abilities so powerful they could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards.
Trump card, yep.
Fortunately for Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul. Check.
Check.
Preventing Blade turning to mist
That-
and
yep.
exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun,
Breathing gun,
Blade
yep.
did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It could easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword.
Don't believe us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him.
Oof.
That's the same kind of thing.
And
Yep,
Wolverine's
pretty
beta
much.
adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think you could take
Yeah.
down Blade with a big enough swing.
The only,
Giving Buffy
the only
the final
possible reason is
advantage
that
over
that
the day
multiverse god
Really
is
thought
far,
Blade had a chance,
far
but
like
Buffy
low level
sure
compared to
put a
Marvel,
damn fear
Marvel
on
and DC
things.
shit.
The winner is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Next time on
Who's next?
Death Battle.
Ooh! Okay, we got Dante's back here. And facing
Subscribe
Clive.
and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
All right, Dante versus Clive. I can see this. Wish they would have, wish it would have been like a next season or so because I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 yet. So, yeah, I'm behind on several games, people. Okay. In fact, I don't even have. Do I? Just checking. Final Fantasy. Nope. Nope. Don't even have Final Fantasy 16. Been on my to get list for a while here, but I got a bunch of other games to play. So, damn, I'm gonna have to skip the analysis, unfortunately, and I don't know. But anyhow, yeah. The whole, like, turning into mist thing and ripping someone from the inside out that Blade can do, I mean, maybe since what Buffy did was pretty much expel the soul of a demon. This is a mist, like a little physical. It's not something spiritual, it's literally physical, like, physical in a sense that, you know, solid liquid gas. Basically, Blade turns himself into a literal gas and goes inside to essentially make spontaneous combustion happen on a physical level. Not just, it's physical, while Buffy expelling a demon was spiritual, if you're gonna make that comparison. But even then, it is sad that we didn't see any transformations. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. At least see him transform into something bad, something like that, to like discombobulate her. Just saying, because that would be something. As Buffy, God, I don't think they mentioned the analysis, but imagine that someone who can like turn into several bats flying around and transform back. That would discombobulate her. And then when he transforms into a wolf. Oh well, but God, the actor who played Blade here, he's good as a young Blade. But with that hair, like I could definitely see this. This is Wesley Snipes' Blade if he was still like in training, if you will. I'm for that. Oh, and that girl who played Buffy, from what I've seen, yeah, I think he makes a good Buffy here, who has much more older experience, stuff like that. She is, because again, how old was Buffy in the series? That Buffy looked like she's probably 10, 15 years older. Been through a lot. Yeah. I'm okay with that. And of course, people would say all the damage was being done to her. It's like, oh, I'm sure someone will complain about here. It's like, those people have never watched the Buffy series. Heck, I never watched the Buffy series, and I'm pretty sure that was something that happened. You don't fight demons and monsters without suffering a lot of injury. They even say right there, she has suffered so much injury here. She's been stabbed. For crying out loud, and healed fine. So this is nothing normal. This is nothing unusual. This is all quite normal for her. Oh yeah, I won. Kind of disappointed here. Want to Blade to win, but yeah. Everyone, thanks for watching. As always, comment all you all thought. Like, subscribe for more videos. Till next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.